Ladies and gentlemen, is William Samoei Arap Ruto using divide and rule method to divide Mount Kenya as a region? Because having looked at the current political scenario in Mount Kenya, it is becoming obvious that William Samoei Arap Ruto is trying to divide Mount Kenya as a region so that the influence of Rigathi Gachagua can actually come down. And this has become eminent because Rigathi Gachagua is now being attacked politically from different directions of Mount Kenya. And people are wondering that, is this the game that William Samoei Arap Ruto actually want to play with Rigathi Gachagua? And will that game yield what President William Samoei Arap Ruto actually want? That is actually what we are going to have as our candid discussion this evening. But before we dive in and try to dissect what is really happening in Mount Kenya and why William Samoei Arap Ruto is using divide and rule method, I could request you kindly to take a minute or two and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give this video a like, share the video to your friends, and if your friends are lovers of politics, then it is good to request them for us to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And whenever you subscribe to our YouTube channel, always remember to smash the bell button, because by doing that, you give YouTube a leeway to notify you whenever we come up with any political content and upload it into YouTube. And for those ones who have actually subscribed to our YouTube channel, I say thank you so much. May God bless you a lot, because you always give us the inspiration to continue coming up with this kind of political analysis. Now, let us go back to the discussion. Is William Samoei Ruto actually using divide and rule method to divide the mountain? Because as I have said, the political scenarios within Mount Kenya actually point this out, that somebody somewhere is trying to infiltrate and divide the mountain into pieces. And that will make that person to continue ruling. And many people are saying that this is the game that William Samoei Arap Ruto probably want to play with Rigathi Gachagua. Even if in the public eye, President William Samoei Arap Ruto has always come out and he has always warned that he does not want any politics at this time, that the remaining 3 years, actually he wants people to work for the people of this republic. But is there something happening? Because if the president is able to speak that, but the next minute you find that his royalists are actually fighting Rigathi Gachagua. What does that mean? Is it that those who are loyal to William Samoei Ruto are not actually hearing what he's saying? Or it is about the perception that William Samoei Ruto wants to create in the public that he is not actually fighting Rigathi Gachagua, but at the back of it, it is probably William Samoei Ruto who is trying to use divide and rule method so that he can reduce the influence of Rigathi Gachagua. Because as by now, it is quite obvious that the ground in Mount Kenya have actually put their aspiration to be championed by Rigathi Gachagua. And that is why Rigathi Gachagua, perceptionally, is the person who is the kingpin of the mountain. But what we experienced were around 48 members of parliament came out in Mount Kenya in support of Kindiki, who is the interior cabinet secretary. And also, it has also been seen that around 300 MCAs from Mount Kenya, they have also come out and they have also endorsed Kindiki as their leader. And it is also seen that the Churinjege leaders have also come out and they are endorsing Kithure Kindiki as the kingpin of Mount Kenya. And people from Meru, Embu, and Tharaka Nithi, they are saying that it is time for them to have their leader who can champion their interest. So the leadership from Mount Kenya East, they have installed Kindiki as their kingpin. And now it looks like we are going to have Kindiki and Rigathi Gachagua trying to fight for the leadership in Mount Kenya and trying to see who is the real kingpin of Mount Kenya. But the game which is being played here is actually divide and rule. And probably William Samoei Arap Ruto has come up with this kind of game to reduce the influence of Rigathi Gachagua or to gauge the strength of Rigathi Gachagua. He wants actually to see whether he can divide the mountain so that we can have probably the Kikuyu on another side and people from Meru, Tharaka Nithi, and Embu on the other side. But the big question is, will this be able to succeed? Because I always feel that William Samoei Arap Ruto has actually tried to do this in other regions like the Luo Nyanza. But he has not become successful until he had to go for Raila Amolo Odinga. And now probably he wants to use the same scheme of divide and rule in Mount Kenya so that to reduce the influence of Rigathi Gachagua. And as I have always told people, Rigathi Gachagua is the kingpin. Even if William Samoei Arap Ruto tries to come with that method of divide and rule, I don't see this becoming successful. And that's why even the MCAs, some of the MCAs who were saying that they have endorsed Kindiki as their leader from Mount Kenya, some have come out and they have said that the person who is the kingpin of Mount Kenya is not other than Rigathi Gachagua, because the ground is gone. The people have aligned themselves with Rigathi Gachagua, and actually they are speaking in one voice. So I don't see the divide and rule method succeeding in Mount Kenya, because what Rigathi Gachagua has done, he has become successful to give that perception that I am the kingpin of Mount Kenya and the ground is with me. And now, Rigathi Gachagua is actually getting more votes because he is getting and gaining sympathy votes in Mount Kenya. And that's why some of the leaders from Mount Kenya, they have said that you cannot fight our son. You cannot fight the son of the soil. You cannot dare. And for me, I always feel that those who are fighting Rigathi Gachagua, they are actually doing so because they are near to President William Samoei Arap Ruto, and they are getting instructions probably from William Samoei Arap Ruto. And when the MPs from Mount Kenya East were actually declaring about Kithure Kindiki being their spokesman in the government and being their campaign, the message they were giving out, it was actually not coming from themselves. It was a script of somebody. So I feel that President William Samoei Arap Ruto probably is not going to succeed to kick out Rigathi Gachagua from the mountain the way he was able to be successful to kick out the former president Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta from Mount Kenya. But this time, I always feel that the person who is a threat to William Samoei Arap Ruto being re-elected, let come 2027, is not Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, is not any leader from the opposition side, but it is the deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua. And Rigathi Gachagua is going to shoot William Samoei Arap Ruto. Let come 2027. He is going to unseat President William Samoei Arap Ruto if President William Samoei Arap Ruto does not come to realization that Rigathi Gachagua is the kingpin of Mount Kenya. And Rigathi Gachagua is quite dangerous. So William Samoei Ruto should look for a way to reconcile with Rigathi Gachagua. If at all he should be assured of being re-elected, let come 2027. And remember, William Samoei Ruto said that he was not going to humiliate his deputy the way he was humiliated during the time of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. But it is William Samoei Arap Ruto is following the same script without knowing that he is making Rigathi Gachagua to grow up. And eventually, Rigathi Gachagua is going to be very strong in even the entire Republic of Kenya. What do you have to say about this tactic that probably William Samoei Ruto is actually employing in Mount Kenya? Do you think that tactic is going to succeed? Please drop your comment in the comment section below. And if this is your first time to pump into this YouTube channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, share this video to your friends and request them to subscribe. And lastly, give this video a like. And for those ones who have subscribed to this YouTube channel, I say thank you. May God bless you all abundantly. And with that, I say adios until we meet in our next political video.